What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages? Oh, shit. Gotta turn my... What is up? Yes, Steven Crowder lied. Can you believe it? I don't even remember how to stream. I feel like it's been forever. It's been a whole week since the last stream, man. This is weird. I don't know what to do again. Well, how do I do this? What up, Doge? Good to see you back, claiming first comment again. There's two Doges now. There's one on Twitch, and now there's one on YouTube too. Well, the YouTube one was the original one, but yeah, Steven Crowder turns out is a liar. Who would have thunk it? Crazy, right? But yeah, we'll give it a second. Let a few people pop in here. All I know from Steven Crowder is he's responsible for that meme and played Arthur. Yeah, he played the Brain, which is pretty funny that he played the Brain on Arthur. Talk about Bohemian Grove. I don't really know. I don't really know a lot about Bohemian Grove. I was gifted a subscription based. Yeah, the other Doge, he gifted like 5 subscriptions on the last thing. What's up, Shannon? How y'all been? It's been a whole week. I missed you guys. Like I don't even know how to. Been like so busy. I got like some crazy shit going on. Got some stuff in the works. You know, it's not really content related, but I got some stuff brewing, shaking, doing a little shaking and moving. But yeah, Steven Crowder basically he pretty much challenged anyone to call his bullshit on his fake voter fraud scheme, or not scheme, but basically he said that, you know, he basically found voter fraud, and it's just all horse shit, but we'll go over it. All right, everybody's rolling in here, but yeah, without further ado, let's jump into it. Alex Jones took video. Where'd he take it? Was Crowder Arthur's character? No, he played the Brain, but it was only for like 1 season. He wasn't on the show for a long time. Steven Crowder is just so cringe, man. But anyway, we'll hop into it here. Hold on, let me check my task thing here. Remember, if you guys, anybody on YouTube, make sure you sign up to Twitch, or not sign up, but log on, and then you can grab some emojis. Whee! And you can do that. Yeah, we'll wait on this. We'll go ahead and we'll dive right into the Crowder thing. So, heard something there. So basically, Steven Crowder went to he basically went to a bunch of addresses. Now, mind you, Steven Crowder's got a big operation. He's the largest independent media network on YouTube. He's got over 5 million subs. He's got a team of people. He's got conservative billionaire backers. If he wants to really put together an operation, he can. Like, if he wanted to search out voter fraud, he can do that. But he tries to play this angle of like, oh, we're like this mom and pop and we just did this. But it was very calculated. But basically what he did was he got the voter rolls and found addresses and claimed that, oh, I went to this address and it didn't exist. And he said we did this a number of times, and here was, you know, he claimed like, oh, this is just some of them. We just picked these at random, and we couldn't find any of the addresses. So this, and then it kind of went around a little bit. This is a congressman or something. I'm not sure who this guy is, but he said Steven Crowder showed irrefutable proof that there was voter fraud. And then, of course, you know, you got Tim Pool getting in on it. Steven Crowder has been suspended from Twitter after saying he can confirm that people voted at addresses that do not exist. And basically, this is the what started it off. This tweet, and then we'll get to the video. Dozens of voter names, addresses, and pictures proving they don't exist, period. Oh, okay. Dozens of voter names, addresses, and pictures proving they don't exist, period. Today, I'm tired of this shit. Mass voter fraud is real, and I can prove it. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hashtag louder with Crowder. So, he's saying, without a doubt, I can 100% prove that all this is fake. And it's all the voter fraud is real, and the loony libs actually did steal the election. I'll let him take it away for a second from here.
What I want to focus on is something that.
By the way, can you guys hear me all right? Can I get a thumbs up in the chat? And if you could like the stream real quick if you're on YouTube, that would be really, really awesome. Although also links to everything are down in the description. And somebody did something, but I missed the alert. I will get to that in a minute, though.
I would swear under oath, penalty of perjury, what I'm about to present to you, because Dominion isn't needed. I'm not saying that nothing nefarious happened with Dominion. I just can't confirm it. Yeah. I can confirm to you that these people voted from, or who may or may not be real people, voted from addresses that do not exist. What I'm about to show you today.
You heard him again. He can confirm that these people 100% voted from addresses that do not exist.
Has not been admitted into any court, and this is just what we had time to see. There are thousands, potentially hundreds of thousands, but I can't confirm it.
Yeah,
we just have those lists.
Now let's just real quick. Like I said again, he tries to play this like it's some kind of mom and pop shop. Crowder takes a 2-month break. Basically, after the election, he did like a week of shows, and he took a 2-month break. He's been working on this for months. He has a team of people. He has a big research team. He probably has 100 employees that work with Crowder, not counting the funding he could get from his billionaire backers. So a lot has gone into this because he's been talking this up ever since he came back from his hiatus for like 2 months. So a lot of effort went into this, despite what he says, and he tries to, say like, oh, we just sent our one intern out there. You'll see.
Well, and every single one we went to, by the way, every single one we went to was bullshit. Not some. Yeah. You are seeing every single address we visited. We present.
Every single address was bullshit.
Present to you our segment, absolute proof beyond any doubt that's super proof for real.
By the way, just conservative comedy is absolute garbage.
All right.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
So let me explain to you what it is that we did, okay? Some of our brilliant researchers here, on a hunch, accumulated voter data from government websites, okay? We checked if the addresses were deliverable by UPS, and then we checked if there was a registered property at that address. So we're going to go through them, but here's a quick snapshot collage, so you can just see boom, 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 boom.
These are the supposed addresses.
To start this off, actually, we sent one of our interns, who at that point was in Nevada, to go look at some of these addresses in Nevada. So
he's claiming he just sent the one intern, and it just
Junior Choi, let's bring him out here and have him talk about, come on in, Junior Choi.
Aww.
By the way, this has got to be the most racist show on YouTube. Like, just the cringe racism. Like, it's not like nobody's triggered, dude. You're not offending anybody. You're not cool. Like, you're just racist. And it's not funny in any way, shape, or form that you just make all these weird stereotype jokes and you're just super racist all the time.
Are you confused about where to sit, Junior Choi?
He is.
We did this in run-through. Okay, you need to put on your headphones there. I love how he's sitting on the back pillow like a booster seat. It's meant to support his lower back, but he's using like a phone book.
He's a pretty tall guy, too. You don't need the booster seat.
Did you know that when he was a child, he made those headphones in a sweatshop?
Oh, yeah. I knew I recognized him.
So funny. Oh, my God. This guy's the worst. Every time I, do a video on Crowder, this guy just makes me cringe.
Too.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Good for you.
So, Choi Jr., first off, we think you may be a narcoleptic and you don't know it, but we'll revisit that after we did the Asian rosé shop.
Worth exploring.
What did you think when you were requested by us? We said, hey, can you go visit some of these addresses? Right away, did you think, well, this isn't going to be a thing?
Well, I mean, like, I wasn't sure what to expect. I looked at some of the locations on, like, on Google Maps using the satellite mode, and I saw that a lot of them were empty. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try to get as many as possible.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, I know. I remember talking to his dad, Dr. Troy, where he said, I saw the empty lot. Was flabbergasted. Ray Emery, 1732 Yale Street, apartment 409, right about now.
Now, this is obviously edited a little bit. He, like, cuts out a few things, but... So, this is the claim. This is the address that they say is on the voter rolls. Here it is.
What? Hold on a second.
But
There's nothing there.
That one's even detailed. It's apartment 409.
lots of apartments seem to be missing.
It does.
I got distracted there trying to set up my TikTok thing, but yeah. This is the placed one. I'm glad he starts with this one because it just right off the bat we're gonna show you exactly what we're dealing with here.
Yeah, it seems like how many? Where's apartments 1 through 408?
Yeah, who knows?
Well, if there's a 5th floor too, it's all gone.
Yeah,
All of it's gone.
I mean, listen, if there's been some kind of a controlled demolition like Tower 7, I'm just asking questions, then we need to alert the authorities. Because it's an apartment complex. This is Susanna Marie.
Okay, so the claim, that address that he totally looked up, definitely 100%, and sent his one intern out, like this wasn't a big operation or anything, sent his one intern out with an iPhone and shot it that way. Well, here it is, 1731 Yale Street. This is what he was looking at. Okay, that's the vacant lot. Well, it just so happens that the voter actually lives at 1732 Yale Street, which if you turn around is a giant 4-story apartment complex. Was that 408? Was that 408? Was it Steven? Probably maybe like right here that person lives. And just to show you that, where's it at? Right here. This is the person. Lived in Las Vegas, 69 years old, 1731 Yale Street, North Las Vegas. Current address, which is right here, 1731 Rose Gardens. So all it was just a simple mistake, but what makes you realize that this is not, this isn't just some little slip up from him, is that you have to go out of your way a lot to be that dumb. Like, nobody's this stupid. No grown adult is this dumb. Like, I don't know. It says apartment 408 and 1732 looks like this. But then directly behind me is a 4-story apartment complex. So maybe it was just a clerical error, which turns out that's exactly what it was. It was a clerical error. And I'm pretty sure that person was even no, well, it doesn't say actually. But yeah, definitely not fraud. So that's case 1. So he's 0 for 1 already. Without a shadow of a doubt, he would swear in court on this.
Maria Lopez, 1009 South 17th Street. Explain to me, and by the way, that's the paper from last week when you went out and did it.
Yeah.
It's all gone.
Yeah,
All of it's gone.
I mean, listen, if there's
Let
been
me
a
get the
horrible, if there's been
address.
some kind of a controlled demolition like Tower 7, I'm just asking questions, then we need to alert the authorities. Because it's an apartment complex. This is Susanna Maria Lopez, 1009 South 17th Street. Explain to me.
Susanna Maria Lopez, 1009 South Street.
And by the way, that's the paper from last week
So
when you went
that's
out and did it.
where we're
And
at
no more
currently.
shooting vertical, Troy
sorry,
Jr.
man.
Come
sorry.
on.
Okay. So let's check out that one. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, there was just another clerical error. So, Vacant lot at 1009 South Street. Voter actually lives at 1009 North 17th Street. Let's see if it pops up here. I was having, they don't load sometimes. But okay, so he's saying, shit. So that's supposedly where it doesn't, where that person lives. 1009. Shit, I don't remember what it was now. North 17th Street, okay. 1009 North 17th Street, Clark County.
Here is a map of 1009 North 17th
This is all
Street, Las Vegas, Nevada,
by the way, just
89101.
FYI. So here's the street view of that address. Again, this is all publicly available information. Let's look. Oh, is that a 9? 1009 right there? There's the house where that person that voted lives. So he's over 2. Why does it look like Crowder's wearing a backpack? Because he's a manly man and he wears a gun, whatever, a gun vest? I don't even know what you call it, because you know, I'm not a manly man who like wears guns all the time. Would you guys watch more if I wore a gun vest? Let me know. What am I watching? We are debunking Steven Crowder's voter fraud claims. So far, he's 0 for 2. Link to my YouTube and Twitch is in the bio, you guys on TikTok. So yeah, so that's 0 for 2. So let's just keep on rolling, I guess. So basically, it's just a clerical error. Instead of it being south, which, you know, this stuff can come down to, you know, there's over 1 million votes in Clark County. Somebody could have mistaken an S for an N, or they could have, you know, put the wrong thing in. So basically, that's this one. So instead of the person living at 1009 South 17th Street, that was actually north. So he's 0 for 2.
The paper from last week when you went out and did it.
Yeah.
And no more shooting vertical junior choice.
sorry.
junior.
I'm sorry.
You're supposed to be technologically capable. What was that?
Well, it was just a empty.
Another racist trope. Like, so he's so cringy, man.
Empty area between like a commercial like square and a bank.
And did you check?
There's nothing there.
You checked the addresses before and after those empty lots to make sure that the address, it wasn't like just moved.
Any of your conservative family members, I'm sure they might be on this track with Steven Crowder here. And that's, again, like, this guy, this is just completely false information. So far, he's 0 for 2. I checked a couple of these earlier, but I didn't check all of them. So, you know, I don't know if he's right on a couple of them. But so far, he's 0 for 2. And again, this guy has over 5 million subs, and he's just spreading blatant false information, claiming he would swear under oath for it.
Moved.
Yeah.
So it's an address that does not exist.
It just wasn't there. There's nothing there.
It seems like I'm noticing a trend. Okay. And again, no proof at all. You want to sue us?
Again, he's been completely wrong so far, but you would never know it by watching this video.
These are wrong? Come at me, bro. Stephanie Marie Ramelli voted from 221 North, and of course, unless otherwise specified. Stephanie Marie Ramelli, 221 North Spruce Street is where she voted.
221 North Spruce Street, okay.
Voted from right about now.
Okay.
So like the two houses I zoomed into were 219 and 223 North Bruce Street, and there was no 221 in between that. And I asked one of the.
Let's see what the actual verdict is. Clerical error. Voter actually lives at 221 South. 221 North Bruce Street doesn't exist. Here's the person's Stephanie Marie Ramelli, the same person he just named. Here's their party registration, 221 North, See, it might have been something here. They got this guy mixed up. You know, and these are like, you know, these are like simple clerks. This isn't voter fraud. But hers is marked correctly. And then, yeah, everything, yeah, 252, lost apartment. I don't even think we need to look that one up. But yeah, there's, I don't know if you guys can see that well. Bam, there's all the info right there. All you have to do is look at the damn voter thing. Well, let's just go ahead and look it up. What is it? 221 South Bruce Street. Or was it? Yeah. 221 South Bruce Street, Clark County. Oh, would you look at that? It exists. There it is. Bam. It's an apartment complex. 221 right there. South Bruce Street. 0 for 3. Again, this is me, one guy, lowly streamer, with 30 people or whatever watching, against guy with billion-dollar backers and a team of people. So far, he's 0 for 3. Said he would swear under oath, swear on his life, ready to sue YouTube or ready to sue Twitter over this. So far, he's 0 for 3.
Residence who was actually like in front of his house at the time, if he ever heard of.
Check out Twitch. There's some guy convinced the elite are sacrificing children at some gentleman's club for the rich. Okay, well, that's worth a gander. And the Freemasons make celebrities do homosexual rituals, and the Illuminati is real. I mean, okay, man, I did, but I'm talking of Bohemian Grove, not Pizzagate. I don't remember much about Bohemian Grove. It's like, yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about that Alex Jones video where he went into the place. Yeah, okay, yeah, but there's no children sacrificing in that. There are rich people that do weird things sometimes, but I mean, sure, man. There's no children sacrificing going on, no. But just just, you know, chill a little bit on all that. It's all the same conspiracy theory. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I can't see the chat on both things at the same time. So okay, anyway. So we're 0 for 3. That'll be another video for another day, my guy. Today we're debunking Steven Crowder. It's been a year and a day since I looked into Bohemian Grove and whatever. There is some truth to it, but again, it's like a rich people club. Kind of like the Bilderberg meetings are real, but they don't sacrifice children.
Of a 221 North Bruce Street, he says he's never heard of it. So
do you think? But now, did the person you asked do you think he could have been lying to you just because you're Asian?
God, all these
and which one of these would you say, by the way, is
jokes,
the worst
man,
of the ones that you had visited? Like, which one stood out at you? Was it one of the ones we've already seen, or is it one of the ones coming up?
Okay, one of the ones coming up, actually.
Okay, all right, so let me know when you say it's the worst one. So this one is Michael Travis Carmen voted from 215 South Casino Center Boulevard, and that's, I know you're...
215 South Casino Center Boulevard. Okay. Turns out the person actually lives at 915. Let's see. Oh, did he say the name?
The person you asked do you think he could have been lying to you just because you're Asian? And which one of these would you say, by the way, is the worst of the ones that you had visited? Like, which one stood out at you? Was it one of the ones we've already seen, or is it one of the ones coming up?
Okay, one of the ones coming up, actually.
Okay, all right, so let me know when you say it's the worst one. So this one is Michael Travis Carmen voted.
So Michael Travis Carmen, okay. Michael Travis Carmen, birth year 62, 215 South Casino Center Boulevard. But his mailing address is 915 South Casino Center Boulevard. As the thing says here, so that looked like he was talking about
from 215 South.
So that looks like a hotel or something. So maybe, again, little dumb things can happen with, addresses. Maybe he was like staying here but getting mail somewhere else. Vegas is weird, so, who knows? But this is clearly his information. Same guy, talking about the same guy. This is his address, 915 South Casino Center Boulevard. 915 South Casino Center Boulevard. Was that what it was? Yeah. Oh, and look at that. Oh, look, is that an apartment complex? 915 South Casino Center Boulevard. Okay. Well, looks like it exists. And there's the guys. It's really easy to get people's address and this is kind of weird that it's this easy to pull up people's information. So is that 0 for 4 or 0 for 5? Again, this is like taking no time. This is like the easiest debunk ever. So yeah. So that's okay. So that's clearly that's where he was staying, but this is his mailing address. Same guy. There's the address, there's the place. I think I've been down here. It looks familiar. I used to go to Vegas a lot. Not so much anymore. But yeah. So okay. So there's that one. Again, he's saying these are all clear evidences of voter fraud and that it doesn't exist. I feel like we're getting a little repetitious, but
South Casino Center Boulevard. And I know you're thinking, oh, he voted from one of those buildings. No, he's voting from the
0 for 4, but to be fair, he could still make the playoffs. True, especially in the Eastern Conference. Definitely, especially in the Eastern Conference.
The lawn, correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
There's no address.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
By the way,
Vanessa,
are these people voting in person listing that as address, or is this mail-in voting on this one?
I don't know. It's I don't know exactly.
So it's just the roll. We
These
don't know
are the roll.
exactly.
Yeah,
okay,
again, because
Again, they've been at this for months. They've been like, I don't care what they say. They didn't just like, oh, we'll just willy-nilly pull this up and we'll send out this young intern kid and we'll see if we can hit a match. Like, he's not, this is all very strategic. And this is the best he could do. Like, that's
because a lot of these things
at.
aren't really available. People think that they've done hand.
Like, I'm officially done with the voter fraud arguments after this. Like, this is it. This is like, I'm slaying this one, and then that's it. Because they're just absolutely ridiculous at this point. I'd rather debate if Santa Claus is real.
And recounts of the paper ballots where their signature.
Right.
No, they've done recounts of the tabulations in a lot of these cases.
Right, yeah.
Which really, at that point, you just have to trust the machine.
Like, this is basically QAnon stuff.
There need to be some hand audits. And this is not me saying that the ghost of Hugo Chavez
Especially in
came in and
NFC
entered a
these
vote 15 times. What
Right.
I am saying is there are errors. We know there's a potentially 3% error sometimes with these.
Yeah, man, we all know there's errors in voting because, humans do it. But it's not millions of votes, and the only human making errors so far is you, because everything you've done so far has been completely wrong.
Voting machines. And we know, look, I don't think we need another boogeyman as it relates to a voting machine.
No.
When you have the boogeyman of the SEIU showing up in the middle of the night with stacks of votes and not allowing poll observers in to the appropriate precinct. There is so much evidence, and what's been dismissed is not
Walking hard, thanks. I was gonna say maybe you might want to put that guy in timeout. He was getting a little weird there.
the evidence, it's
Right.
procedurally. Or yesterday, they said the Supreme Court said, well, the case in Pennsylvania is moot. It's moot because it's after the election. It's moot because you didn't do anything before the election.
right.
Like, well, it's over now. It's up because you.
And Clarence
You made it over.
Yeah.
Now, don't yell. This is nobody's fault. It is. This is your fault.
This is your fault.
Yeah, and Clarence Thomas wrote a dissent on
Did you guys see his shirt? Oh, we'll just wait
And
until
that's
it goes
saying,
back
look,
to him.
we missed an opportunity to basically make sure that everybody thought that this election was fine. And he goes, and we missed an opportunity to look into the legality of unelected officials changing voting
And
laws
they
in
said,
states.
and black men talking about equal.
Yeah, I'm so sick of that. Oh, they unconstitutionally changed the laws. It's like laws get changed in elections every single year, and the laws that were changed were like extremely, like minuscule things about like, oh, we can accept votes 2 days after or 1 day before, or we can't accept votes till then. It's all really dumb shit. But look at this idiot. This guy is the biggest media figure on YouTube, or like biggest partisan media figure that has a clear stance. Like Philip DeFranco, I think, is bigger, but he's kind of just straight news. He's wearing a shirt that says deplatformed. Like he's on YouTube with, this is his second channel. It's got 800K. His main channel has 5 million, but he's deplatformed. These people are such snowflakes, man. They're such whiny babies.
I'm not kidding. It was 3 comments later. It was somebody saying he would
Conservative comedy, folks. Conservative comedy.
be whipping folks so Master wouldn't get tired, from a black guy. And I'm like, seriously? Every time a black guy comes out and says something you don't like, he's like
Yeah.
the house person,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Come on.
The house what?
I didn't
The what?
say it.
The,
I know you
the
can't
house
say
what?
it.
The
'Cause if you
house
say
Joe
it-
Biden word.
If you
You got the goods.
bring that back up, can you pause it?
Oh,
Because it was
God.
so short. So, no, we don't need to. Okay, so there you go. There's the paper. What is this? What is this?
Okay.
Explain this to me.
So
Troy.
this
we
is
got
what
here?
I think is the worst one. So it was like
wow.
right in a highway underpass. So
Wow.
I was in the middle of the street like trying to take this video. So I like didn't take it that long because
Maybe
there was
they're
traffic coming
homeless.
There
behind
wasn't
me.
even a way to pull over?
Yeah, like there was nothing there. Like the closest parking area was like right up at the end of that, and there was a government building. But the thing is, all private parking, so I couldn't actually park there and walk down, or I had to park like 20-minute walk away.
So
from that,
potentially,
so.
maybe we
What's
have to.
the
Someone
address?
could have voted from that government building. May have been the address.
No, like literally when I looked it
close.
up, like when I looked it up on my car GPS and on Google Maps, it literally pointed to that highway, like underpass.
Wow.
Yeah.
What
Oh.
kind of
So-
Toyota do you drive?
No, he's Korean.
He's using the newspaper to, like show like, oh, like I was here on this day at that time or whatever. But he didn't say the address of that place. They just showed it.
Watch out, man.
Oh,
So Hyundai.
yeah.
Hyundai.
Kia.
Kia.
Hyundai? Do you
Yeah,
have a
there you
Kia?
go. I'm also noticing a trend here. These names are. It doesn't seem like a lot of just straight up white folk names.
Why would
so
you say
far.
that?
Because
Yeah. You know, them white people, they don't commit voter fraud like all them coloreds do. Not the white people. We don't commit voter fraud. These people
haven't heard that.
Okay,
Why would you point
Clarence
that out? What are you
Thomas
trying to
III.
do?
Son of a
Susana
bitch.
Susana Maria Garcia. That's
Sounds
straight
white to
up.
me.
Like, this is the one they chose to lead them. Look at this fucking cast of characters. Look, these fucking people. Team of people. This is the best they could do.
White lady.
No, let me be clear. Let me be clear because Gerald is racist.
No.
I don't have a problem with the name Christina Joy Raya Gupana so much as the vote from a place
It's so
that isn't
cringe,
the
man.
place.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really my major gripe. Yours is the level of melanin in the skin. That's okay.
That's not
You
a
do you.
gripe.
Here's another one. This one could go either way. And by the way, you could guys can comment. Is your mind blown yet? Because we have plenty of these. I just
Yeah.
want to.
Is your mind blown yet, guys? Is your mind blown at how fucking stupid this guy is?
present these to you. Just comment which one you think is the worst because we want this to get out to as many. So if you don't take the time to comment, and you can't do it while we're broadcasting this live, do it when the show is archived afterward. This is the one to comment on and start a discussion. And maybe you guys can do some research yourself. Anyone can do this. It just takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
This
It's taken us no time. It's only taken me as long as you spit out the addresses to debunk your bullshit arguments.
one is Adele Bishop, who voted
Adele
from
Bishops.
2175 West Gate.
2175 Adele Bishop. Oh, let's
Gates.
see what he's got here.
Now.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Pause that.
fast.
Yeah,
was
pause
weird.
that.
That's
So
so fast.
Jesus Christ.
pause it, and then Junior Choi, you can explain to us. So what is this exactly?
Okay, so I actually took multiple pictures and videos of this one because there was no 2175. So
Okay. Turns out voter actually lives at 2675. Let's see. Some of these don't want to load. Voter looks 2675 Westgate. 2675 Westgate, Clark County, Nevada. Okay. Let's do a little info read. Right there. There it is. Bam. 2675 Westgate. That's the address. That's where that person lives. Okay. So
basically, the house numbers start from 2730 and end at 2834 on that street. So there is no 2175. And I looked around.
I feel like if they did send this kid out, he just doesn't know how to use a map. Or he doesn't understand how directions and shit works. Like addresses and like, I mean, like as a former truck driver, like addresses and like how things are, how they should be and where they should be at and where you would think an address would be. And like, it can be confusing as shit sometimes. So I feel like this kid just couldn't find anything.
The other parts of the neighborhood, and there was nothing that went below 2730 at all over there.
Really?
So yeah.
Yeah, it's because the person actually, and this is pulled from voter data. Like this is from the voter, like the voter registration. Like somebody did a lot of the footwork for me here, but this is pulled from. So this is where the person lives. That's clearly an apartment or a house, whatever, duplex, townhome, whatever you want to call it.
So like 2175, like when I looked it up on Google Maps like earlier, it pointed directly at the corner that's
Okay, let's see if we can go.
Everything that we did on Google Earth checked out.
Yeah.
But I was, again, informed by my lawyer.
Again, that's just a straight up lie. That has to be a lie. Because even the ones that we've, some of the other ones were dead on, but they were just wrong. Like, you can't be this dumb. Like, there's no way he's just this stupid.
I can't make the claim because we could do way, 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 way more if we just use Google Earth to confirm it. I was told.
There's no way he looked up the voter data, matched that up with the addresses, and then sent a kid out. It's not possible.
Unless you actually go there, have someone
Like,
visit
this is just
there
a
and
total
prove
grip.
that you can't actually claim it. You could be removed from YouTube or Facebook.
Okay. Fucking God, this guy cries a lot.
So another one, Gerald's going to hate this because it's ethnic.
He really is a racist.
I am not racist.
And he's tall and white.
Listen.
He's the personification of Coke Clear. Christina Joy Ruaya. No, wait. Did I already get through this? The Gupana? Didn't I already do that?
Nope.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second.
That's close, but it's not the same.
Wait,
no,
is
no.
it the same name?
It's the same name.
No, it's not.
Yeah, did you notice this?
It is the same name.
It's the same name. Hold on a
God.
second.
At two addresses?
I didn't. Did you know this, Austin?
No, I didn't actually
Okay,
know.
so the one, go back to clip D. Go back to clip D. Bring up clip D.
All right.
That was, unless
Yeah,
I
you
have
forgot
this
to do
wrong
any
here, unless it
actual
was listed
investigations.
wrong. That's
this
Christina
one?
Joy Rua Gupana, 353
Under the bridge?
West Bonneville.
Okay, he didn't say the address before, but we got it now. 353 West Bonneville. That's supposedly where this is supposed to be. Okay, so let's see what we have for the actual 353 West Bonneville. Bonneville Ave. It's actually east. Voter lives at new apartment, East Bonneville Ave. Oh damn! It popped. Yeah. See, the other ones didn't pop up right away. But there it is, right there. Christina Ruana Gupana. He said the name, although he said it in a weird racist way. But there she is, right there. New apartment, 353 East Bonneville Ave, Unit 435. There it is, right there. There's Bonneville Ave. It is not on the side of a fucking highway. So, again, simple. Instead of it being west, is actually east, which clearly this person exists. And there they are. There's the apartment complex. Again, instead of somebody mistake an E for a W or forgot to write something down, and it's a simple clerical error, not voter fraud.
And this one right here
And now they're so stupid they think the same person's at 2 different places.
is Christina Joy Ruaya Gupana at 4389 Escondido Street, Clip F.
Can we confirm this?
Wow.
Music. I'm not even in my car at that point.
Is that mandolin music?
It's got to be.
The camera.
Are you just
Let's skip ahead.
Escondido Street?
Yeah, so the Escondido Street one, I zoomed in towards the building number because it
see
said
that one on there.
4386. And like I looked around for
That one's not even
4389,
on
but there
there.
was nothing remotely close to that except
Is that 0 for 5 or 0 for 6? I think it
for
might be 0
that
for
one building
6.
that had 43.
Help us. I mean, if only we had the technology for this.
The
UPS.
clan again?
UPS.
Yeah, right.
No.
These
When,
guys
are
are
the, when has
millionaires.
the clan been known for their
Millionaires.
technological advancements? Like,
Like, man, I don't know how to open this phone. How do I unlock my own phone?
right?
All right, we'll do one more because this is almost getting sad at this point. So please, if any of your conservative friends, family, and/or people in your TikTok comments bring up this video, please share this with them.
That's a very
Now,
good
I
point.
think we all think the masks were a nice idea. Just could have been done better.
Can't see through them too good for computer hacking.
Yeah, it's hard. Real hard. I can't see, man.
I only cut one eye hole in it. It's ridiculous.
Here's another one. Charles Delgado voted from 5512 Doe Avenue, and that's just an empty lot.
Yep.
555 Charles Delgado. Vacant lot. 550. Voter actually lives at 5512 Doe Springs Place and is registered non-partisan. There it is. Delgado lives at 555. Yeah, same name he said. 5512 Doe Springs Place, North Las Vegas. Let's just go ahead and look it up just for the fuck of it. 5512 Doe Springs Place. 5512 Doe Springs Place, Clark County. Hey, wouldn't you know? Oh, this is like... Hold on. It's 516. So it's one of these houses. What was it? 5512? 5512. 5512. I'm at 5524. It's going to be farther down this way. Have you guys seen that game where the people like they try to figure out where in the world they're at on the map? I'll try that out one of these days. 28. Am I going up or down? I think it's this one right here. Anyway, it's one of these. It's one of the like the house is right there, obviously. Yeah, I think it's this one right here. That seems to be the one. But yeah, I mean you can see it's right there. There's the house. Yeah. Okay. So yet again, epic fail by Crowder.
Austin.
It's not.
Yeah, nothing
That was
much else
no. That vacant lot was nowhere to be seen.
about that.
Stephen Philip Pingpank.
Okay.
All right, that's
This will be the last one. Let's see if we can go 0 for 7 or whatever.
a name.
That
Sure.
sounds, first off, Philip spelled with one L and Pingpank. That really seems like
Yeah.
a BS name.
Yeah, if it's not real, you're definitely racist for doing that.
Yeah. I don't know why. You're racist
Definitely not. Yeah, 0 for 6. Is that what it was? Yeah.
for thinking that. Pingpank voted from 7801 Gomer Road now.
7801 Gomer Road. Okay, Stephen Pinkpank. 7810 Gomer Road. Voter registration shows 7745. Crowder just got it wrong. Okay, let's see. Okay, here's the same guy, same name. Stephen Philip Pingpank, Gomer Road, 7745. Let's see if we can find that address. $77.45 Gomer Road. 7745 Gomer Road, Clark County. 7745 Gomer Road, Clark County.
Here is a map of 7745 West Gomer Road, Las Vegas, Nevada, 8917.
Okay, let's satellite it. See if we can find it. 70. There's Gomer Road. 72. 70. Well, there's definitely some desert out here. Gomer Road. 7401. 7445. Well, wouldn't you know? Some bitch right there. Looks like Stephen Pingpank, who voted in this election, lives right fucking there in this house. So, he was probably over, yeah. So, I mean, you can clearly see. So, he's claiming that this guy lives over here in, like, Nowhereville.
Look at that.
Oh,
wow. So what is that exactly? That almost
Okay.
looks like it could be like an airport.
It's like an
So
oil.
Mr. Pink.
I don't know what it is. But here's clearly the guy's info. So, and there's his street address, everything. And then here's the goddamn sky view of where he lives. Like, so either Crowder is the world's biggest idiot, which I guess I can't rule out, or he's just completely lying to people. Again, this took five seconds. Five minutes. Yeah, it really, yeah. I guess I haven't looked on Google like this in a while, but yeah. I used to use Google Maps all the time when I was driving, but it's been so long. But yeah, man. Like, I know exactly where Stephen Pingpank lives. Steven Crowder doesn't. At least I don't ever have to worry about Steven Crowder hunting me down and killing me, because apparently he can't find shit on the map. So yeah. This guy has been praising this as like, this is the Mecca. This proves voter fraud. Well, 100%. And he's got this poor kid running around being like, oh, this is where Stephen Pingpank says he lives. Even though it's clearly 7745. And there's Gomer, and there it is right there. Bam. House. Got a couple cars. Got a little, got a little grass. Looks like you got a couple beaters in the back. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and I don't know. I'll leave it up to the mods. Can we call it? I think we can consider this one debunked. We have officially debunked Steven Crowder's bullshit on this one. Except they grow men with wives and children. Yeah, aren't they? They are like that whole crew they have there is like a bunch of 12-year-olds. It reminds me of middle school. Like those are like that reminds me of like my middle school basketball team. Like just the humor and the way they are. It's like, ha, do you know what's funny? The fact that you're Asian. Ha 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 ha. But like it's a they like he like kind of hides it under this like disguise of like, oh, I'm a comedian, but really he's just spreading complete propaganda the entire time. So this video, which is titled "Proof we went to fake voter addresses," okay, has 230,000 views. Let's read some of the comments. A comedian is a better journalist than most journalists. Well, I don't know about that. And that's why the White House looks like a military base. That's a QAnon talking point. The most popular president in history. Biden skips the State of the Union address. Why no media questions? Can he hold a thought? Twilight Zone. Trump won by a landslide. You notice that like they're all starting to count. They're all starting to like talk in cue drops. Like they can't just like say things now. They have to talk in like these riddles, like they're Yoda or something. Like, methinks. I can't do Yoda. I'm not even gonna try. Yeah, 28,000 people watched this fucking masterpiece, and they were like, "Yeah, that's good journalism right there." So yeah, I mean, I've seen enough. I think he goes to Michigan in a few of them, but yeah, I'll leave a. If you guys want to check, like once I upload the video or whatever, or once we're done with the stream, I'll upload that link of the voter info, so you can like if you want to share it with somebody or whatever. But yeah, that is isn't that just crazy though? Like he was touting that as like the end all be all. Like he had definite proof of voter fraud, and he was wrong on every single instance. Like even if he had been right, like it could have been a million things. You know what I mean? Like there's a million things that can happen with, you know, voter issues. And you know he really searched hard for those. Like those weren't just like the first ones to come up. Not Yoda, you know. Yeah, I always seem to get one downvote. I don't know why that is. It's all misinformation. Yeah, this guy, oh, he's a total grifter. And it just pisses me off, man. Like if you want to be conservative and push for conservative ideals and, you know, whatever, I don't know, whatever their bag is, that's fine. But just the complete misinformation horseshit. Like that guy's supposed to be the mainstream. You know, he's supposed to be like the good one, like the popular one, and he's just pushing straight up QAnon level stuff, and it really sucks. But okay, so we might as well check out CPAC. So hold on, let me check something here. Superproof, yeah. I've been reading a lot of the comments, but yeah, so anyway, if you enjoyed that segment, make sure you leave a like, and all the links to everything are down in the description. If you haven't joined the Discord, make sure you do that. That's also down in the description. Follow me on Twitch. If you want to support the stream, you can subscribe on Twitch, or you can join my Patreon, all that stuff. Anything like that, I really, really appreciate it. Or just leave a like, follow me on Twitter, TikTok, all that stuff. And yeah, with that, all the shilling out of the way, let's move on to the next segment. They don't have yeah. Now that that's what I keep saying, man. Like there's nobody on the right that has like a solid structured like policy platform. It's all Mr. Potato Head and Gina Carano, all this culture war nonsense. It's really getting old, man. Like there's nothing to debate anymore. Like they just have to, and I think that's why you're starting to see less and less debate. I seen somebody mention Vosh in the chat. Like even I watched a video of Vosh's like a week or two ago, and he was talking about how he can't even get conservatives to debate him anymore because their ideas are so bad that they just have to stay in these echo chambers and push out these horseshit, culture war talking points, and that's basically their whole party. I mean, CPAC is like where the leaders of the Republican conservative movement go to shine, and it's just been one giant culture war mess. And you might as well start right here with Mr. Pete Hegseth talking about, kitchen table issues here. You guys are probably started looking at this
sit down with a school teacher or a construction worker or a small business owner or a cook at a restaurant or the waitress at the restaurant we're at. And they're not talking about esoteric things that the Ivy League talks about or MSNBC talks about. They're talking about the Bible and faith and prayer and their family, hard work, supporting the police, standing for the anthem, the First Amendment.
Yep, is that what you guys talk about at the kitchen table with your family? Standing for the anthem? I bet that's just a real kitchen table issue. That's not esoteric to just like conservative echo chambers and Nazis at all. You know, maybe like minimum wage or health insurance or how we're going to survive this pandemic. I feel like that would be something people would be talking about. But hey, you know, what do I know? And then of course, you know, we have I retweeted this because this is just a dumb conservative joke.
And when I hear Democrats say they want a strong America, I know that they are working to undermine it. Sadly, mark my word, they're going to gut the defense budget that we worked so hard to build. They'll do it to pay for their Green
Oh, Shannon,
New Deal.
thanks for the $10. I really appreciate it.
They're going to trade.
Do you see how I changed it? It says thanks for the Soros bucks. You know, don't tell nobody though; they'll think it's real.
Army green for AOC green.
All right, hold on, we got to go back.
Build. They'll do it to pay for their Green New Deal. It kind of makes me mad, right? They're going to trade Army green for AOC green. That is a bad.
What a fucking knee slapper. All he said is, see, it's funny because the Army's green and then AOC's got a Green New Deal. And so, like, it's funny because, you know, military industrial complex is good. Oh, you want to see? I'll go to the CPAC thread in a minute, but dude, Roger Stone is on one, like for real. Look at I thought this was an impersonator at first, because just look at this guy, like he is so drugged out. It's not even funny. Like this is Roger Stone just at CPAC. This is like supposed to be a serious person.
Oh yeah, oh no, we can't go out like that. Trump 2021, yeah, he running it back. I just got a call from General Flynn, he told me that's facts. Democrats, go and tell me how you feel about that. Who won?
This is like a QAnon rap.
Trump won, who won? Trump won. Watermark the batters, 45, the chosen one. You know the fans did a sweep, they was knocking at the front door. Patriots pulling up, knocking on the Capitol. Oh yeah, you know the fans did a sweep, whoa.
Did you hear it mention watermarks? What is going on here? This is supposed to be a serious event.
You know the fans did a sweep, yo. Fans did a sweep. They was knocking at the front door. Patriots pulling up, knocking on the Capitol. Oh yeah, you know the fans did a sweep.
Oh, is he rap? Oh no. Oh God.
All right.
First of all, what a waste of a truck. Like that's a nice truck. I'm a big truck guy, and this is just, I don't know. What a waste of a truck. Especially now. God, you imagine like rolling up to a date in this thing? Like, oh yeah, I'll come pick you up at 7, and then you roll up in this. Like, you know what I mean? Oh. Exactly, right? How can you not call this a cult? How can you not? I mean, I don't even think Scientology's at this level. Again, this is a serious person. This guy's worked for like several presidents. And chiefs of staff, all kinds of stuff. Again, I just want to reiterate that little Crowder thing that we just went after, we got members of Congress saying that Steven Crowder showed irrefutable proof that there was voter fraud, talking about what we just watched. And then Tim Pool, who's the other biggest right-wing creator, YouTuber, whatever you want to say, Steven Crowder has been suspended from Twitter after saying, you know, we already read it, but you get the idea. And then this was the line for Marjorie Taylor Greene. This was the line to meet Marjorie Taylor Greene.
We do. We should have set up. Thank you so much.
I don't know. I just feel like maybe she should be exiled. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. So this was they had a I don't know, it was like a QAnon rally, basically, in Ventura, California. And that guy, Donnie, whatever, from CNN, who reports on like dark web QAnon type shit, he went out there. It's just a little 4-minute thing, but it's pretty interesting. And then we'll go to the CPAC thread, I guess. Space lasers, yeah. Punch her right in the face. Yeah. Just get one good shot, right? Kind of like that Richard Spencer video. Let's get one good shot. All right, but let's see what's going on here.
What's going to happen at some point is there'll be arrests, and that'll include a lot of the line media, and then there'll be military tribunals.
Hasn't happened? They keep saying that for years, and it's not happening.
It hasn't been years. It has.
I get, and I don't think people, like, a lot of people still don't take the QAnon stuff like seriously. Like, I feel like some people are milking it a little too much right now, but I still think there's a big group of people that don't understand that these people, like this lady, is just hoping and praying every day, fingers crossed, that every Democrat in our government gets rounded up and gets mass executed on like the front lawn of the White House. Like, that's what these people are hoping for. Like, just imagine, like, every day you were just like, God, I just hope a bunch of people get murdered today. Like, it's just mind-blowing. Like, even though we've talked about it, we've gone over it, like, it's still just crazy to think that that's what a large percentage of our population is, you know, actively rooting for on a daily basis.
It's been since 2017. It's been years now.
We're taking it. This is a 6,000-year-old death cult.
Right.
You can't take it down that quick.
I understand
6,000-year-old dick.
Very passionate Trump supporter, right? But you surely can admit that the people who stormed the Capitol were Trump supporters.
No, I definitely cannot. In fact, you're talking to the right person, because I can send you tons of footage that shows that was all the left dressed up, the Antifa, the BLM, dressed up as Trump supporters.
I mean, what do you do with that? You know what I mean? What do you do with that? I don't know. I'm sure some of you guys were here. The guy who, the lady that got trampled, her best friend was trying to pull her up during the Capitol riots. He watched 100 people with MAGA hats trample his friend. Then after it all happened, he blamed Antifa. Even though he was there, you can actually hear him saying, like, help, she's going to die. You know, what do you do with somebody like that?
It is my hope that President Trump comes back as the 19th president of the United States under the 1776, and that he is inaugurated.
They just say random numbers at this point. I just hope the 19th of the 45 comes back as 76, blue 52, hut, hike, Tom Brady, Florida.
Inaugurated on March 4th. That is my hope for our
March 4th, I forgot.
Some have bought into a new conspiracy theory that Trump will return.
See that? Oh, That's what it's all about right there, ladies and gentlemen. Grifters gotta grift. Gotta get that 1776 merch out the door.
Will return as the 19th president on March 4th. Why? Well, they have misinterpreted an 1871 law and believe Ulysses S. Grant, who was inaugurated.
Did you see the sign she put up outside her office slanging? Yeah, that was during my hiatus. But yeah, she's a ridiculous human. She's an absolute piece of garbage, Marjorie Taylor Greene. But yet she's a rising star. She's the up and comer in the party.
Inaugurated on March 4th, 1869, was America's last legitimate president. It may all sound bizarre, but online discussion about March 4th has been a contributing factor in the decision to keep the National Guard in Washington, D.C.
Are you going to feel foolish on March 5th when Biden's still president?
Then Trump has a different plan in play.
Everybody keeps saying Trump has a plan, he has a plan. When he lost the election, they said he has a plan. He's still going to stay that.
Trump didn't lose the election, sir.
But he did.
Trump did not lose the election, and
I don't know, guys. I think maybe Trump lost the election. I mean, I don't know. I didn't personally count the votes, but, you know, seems that way anyway.
That's where we differ.
Right.
And that's where I believe the information that Mike Lindell.
I can't wait to see what they say after March 4th. I mean, you're looking at it. This is what we're gonna get. I mean, I've already seen several theories. You know, you have the Shadow Prez theory that basically Trump is still running things right now, and that, you know, or Biden's a clone. Like, we're space cadet level theories at this point. Like, there's no rationale anymore. Like, even on, you know, my first Fall of the Cabal video, my first debunk video, if you want to see some of the crazier theories, run through the comments of that video one time. Because, man, I get some doozies nowadays. Like, ever since the election, like, the hate has really ratcheted up in that comment section. It's pretty interesting. But, I mean, this is kind of, this is the thing they're going to go with. Like, oh, Trump still has a plan. Hopefully we'll be able to get some people back after the 4th. But, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't hold out a lot of hope these days.
Has put out
The pillow guy.
of all of the abuse, corruption, stealing.
So you trust a man? You trust a man more who sells pillows than the Republican officials in Georgia?
Oh, absolutely.
But do you realize that's
It's funny the way he says it. Oh, you fucking trust a fellow pillow salesman more than you do government officials. That's fucking nuts, Karen.
sounds.
I don't know if that was a good impression or.
People in Georgia are sick.
And while most of the world looks on in horror at a deadly military coup in Myanmar, that's exactly what these Trump supporters hope to see happen here in the United States of America.
This whole thing with Biden is just, he's like a puppet president. The military is in charge. It's going to be like Myanmar. What's happening in Myanmar? The military is doing their own investigation.
Myanmar. The old Myanmar. They can't even, can you at least say it right? It's Myanmar.
And at the right time, they're going to be restoring the republic.
I love this, this is like her Bible. Love, joy, what is that like a coloring book or something? Like radicalizing you one coloring at a time?
With Trump as president.
What's going on
different
in Myanmar
country.
right now? The government took over
Oh,
and they're
God.
doing the election.
Would you like to see it happen?
Absolutely.
I would like to see it.
Really?
Happen. Yes.
You know why? Because the election was stolen from us.
I never would have believed CNN would have given me a chance to speak the truth.
No.
What a miracle. Praise God.
I mean, but we're going to say in our news report that QAnon is a conspiracy theory. You don't believe QAnon is a conspiracy theory.
That's fun. Just so you know, lady, we're going to let you talk, but we're going to explain to everyone that you're batshit insane. Because, well, you are batshit insane.
Oh, I know it isn't. I know it isn't. I'm not much for believing. I have to know.
I don't know about
just
that.
Fascinating as always. I mean, you've been covering, QAnon and folks who believe in this for, for
Thanks, Sasha. I appreciate that.
You were at the Capitol on January 6th. Has anything changed in the tone you're hearing? Because there was some thought, you and I had discussed this and about some people leaving QAnon once Biden was elected because they realized nothing that had been promised has come to pass. But like that lady in your piece, they just changed what the prediction is supposed to be.
Exactly, and when Trump doesn't become president next week, the 19th president next week, they'll move on to something else as well. I will say I found it...
Oh, that is next week. What is that? Today's what? Saturday? So, what, next Thursday? Next Thursday is D-Day, I guess you could say. So that should be interesting. Definitely have to go live that day. We'll just hang out on the Gab and what is Telegram message boards and see what they come up with.
Very concerning last weekend when we were speaking to these folks, particularly when they were talking about Myanmar and celebrating the military coup there and wanting to see that happen here in the US.
Jeebus.
You listen to that and it is obviously all ridiculous, bizarre conspiracy theory, but we know now from what happened on the 6th of January that this all just isn't rhetoric. A lot of it can lead to action, and it certainly does not seem that this is going away.
Yeah, Doniel Sullivan, appreciate it. Tonight at 11 p.m. we have a...
So yeah, I mean, so that's what are we? a month, a little over a month since since Inauguration Day. Forget Election Day. Since Biden's actually been in office, it's been about a month, and we're still having QAnon rallies with full-on supporters. Those people were all the way in. And like I occasionally will get, people every once in a while be like, oh, you changed my mind, or I'm not a believer anymore. There's that one lady that's been making the rounds, Ashley or whatever her name is. But I don't think too many people have changed their mind. If anything, they've kind of backed away. But I think they're just like waiting for anything just to jump back in and get totally radicalized again. So I don't know, man. We'll see. But so let's go to the CPAC thread, I guess. We had some doozies today. We had Kevin McCarthy. We had the lady from South Dakota. We had Lauren Boebert. And we had Mike Pompeo. These people need a hobby. Yeah, no, they need several hobbies. Well, that's the thing, is that, QAnon becomes a community. We have a little mini community here, with the Discord, and, a lot of you guys always come to the stream. Like, we have a little community here. Like, QAnon is basically that. Like, well, with the Anons anyway. But, they're all in on it. Like, if we were sitting here watching, I don't know, they watch Disney movies and look for Illuminati symbols, and we were like, ooh, look at that, and high-fiving and telling each other how awesome we were every time we find a new QAnon or pizza symbol. That's kind of how it goes. You see a lot of these people, they'll spend 10, 12, 15 hours a day combing through dumb shit, trying to find meaning in misspelled words. And it becomes a habit, and they become a part of this weird community. And before you know it, it's their whole life. And even if they don't even want to know if they're wrong, because that means they'd have to give up their whole community. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people do that with the church. I think at some point, they snap out of maybe this Jesus stuff is all bullshit, but they just kind of keep up the facade. Just because, their whole community is involved in that. And QAnon is really just a more radical version of that. But anyway, while you guys are here, before we move on, if you could like the stream, if you're on YouTube, make sure you follow me on Twitch, join the Discord. Also, you can support the stream by subscribing on Twitch or signing up to my Patreon, all that jazz. And all the links to everything are down in the description. I got to shill after every segment. That way I can, when I edit the videos and put them up on YouTube, it just makes it easier. Anyway, so without further ado, we had day 2 of CPAC today. And yeah, it was some dumb craziness. Thanks for hanging out, man. Much appreciated. Probably stream again tomorrow, most definitely. I gotta get back into the 4 or 5 days a week routine, so probably same time, same station. But this was just a weird little thing that he did here. I don't understand what the point of it was.
So how many of you remember Qasem Soleimani, Allah rest his soul?
What? What? Hey, remember that guy we bombed? And then I don't know. I just thought that was odd. As you can see, the audience is very old. And then, this was Lauren Boebert trying to sound intelligent, I think.
Republicans are called the party of no, but we're saying no to all of their no's. They don't want you to be able to protect yourself. They don't want you to have freedom of speech. Right. They don't want you to have freedom of religion. In Colorado, they don't want us to have our public lands. They are the party of no. We are saying no. We are saying a big hell no to all of their no's.
She's a philosophizer. Yeah. So you think they're the no party, but guess what? We're actually just saying no to their no's because they know that if we knew what they knew, that nobody would know anything or something like that. This is the same lady that just voted against $1,400 STEMI checks, but then the same day went to a $10,000 a plate, what do you call it, fundraiser in Mar-a-Lago. So that's Miss Party of No there. I would say no to the $10,000 fundraiser and maybe yes to the STEMI checks. That's just me, though. I mean, I don't know. I'm not in any party. I care about, human lives. So they're saying, yeah, something like that. Don't worry, Amy. I got Mike Lindell from our state, so I mean, we all have one. We all have our one, I guess. Let's see what she's got. Oh, that's the same video. Oh yeah, Pete Hegseth again. Like these are supposed to be serious people. CPAC is like a serious event, and all these people. This is like pro wrestling. I felt like I was watching a wrestling event when I was watching this. Like these people are just absolute clowns. Every single one of them.
They removed the classics. They removed basic arithmetic. Math is now racist.
Fucking citation needed. Can somebody tell me when the left said math was racist? Because I missed that one. I don't know. I'm on the left. I make media. I missed that one. I don't know. We have many in Arkansas. Oh yeah, Florida. Yeah. So yeah, apparently math is racist, according to Pete Hegseth. Kevin McCarthy wager. Oh yeah, let's see what these shitheads have to say.
But I say it on a regular basis because it kind of puts you on the spot. But I think we have a great chance of getting the majority back.
Not a chance. We're going to get the majority back. We're 5 seats away.
We're 5 seats away. Why is his voice so high? We're 5 seats away.
I would bet my house. Listen, we were 31,751 votes. My personal house. Yeah. Don't tell my wife, but I would bet it. Listen, do you want to retire Nancy Pelosi?
Hell yeah.
I mean, yeah, but not and replace her with you. Republicans basically cut wrestling promos. Yeah, no, 100%. That's all it is. That's what I said in my video yesterday. Like, every time I watch one of these guys talk, especially like Don Jr. or one of the, real goofballs, I just feel like I'm like watching Hulk Hogan back. I used to watch wrestling when I was a little kid, and they're all just like, let me tell you something, brother. When I bring these 26-inch pythons up to the White House, I'm going to smack down AOC, and I'm going to retain the White House in the majority, and I'm going to knock down fucking, I don't know, funding for babies, because that's the bottom line. I don't know. I went from like Hulk Hogan to Stone Cold there. I don't know. Bernardo, thanks for the subscription. Much appreciated. I don't know why that was so small. I could barely see it.
Do you want to end the socialism in this country? What? Win the House.
Where's the socialism? We can't even get STEMI checks. We can't get anything. All we can get is more bombs. The only thing that's socialized is bombs. What socialism is Kevin McCarthy referring to?
5 seats, the closest. This is the smallest majority the Democrats have had in 100 years. We could.
But I say it on a regular basis.
Oh, that's the same one.
You agree?
Agree wholeheartedly. You
agree?
What?
Agree wholeheartedly. You
agree?
Agree wholeheartedly.
They took your job. Okay, let's see what this guy's got to say.
A little bit because he just bragged on me. The most popular Republican figure in Congress today is Kevin McCarthy.
Is that true? This guy is the most popular? That's fucking scary. Wow. I mean, I know, well, Congress has a pretty low approval rating. I know that Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un both have a higher approval rating with Republicans than Nancy Pelosi, which, you know, I'm no fan of Nancy Pelosi, but as far as I know, she hasn't like actually murdered people. You know, but you know, jury's out, I guess.
Let me tell you who the least popular Republicans in the party are today. They're those few, very few, Matt.
They're tittering out there. I just want you to know.
There's very few Republicans. The least popular in our party are the ones who want to erase Donald Trump and Donald Trump supporters from our party. No, and let me tell you, if that happens,
I mean, he's not wrong, unfortunately.
We won't win back the majority in 2022. We definitely won't win back the White House.
See, the problem Republicans have right now, though, is that they don't have like Trump has basically put them in this impossible situation because he has enough support to where he's the most popular, but he doesn't have enough support to where they can actually win an election. You know what I mean? Like, especially after January 6th, like there's just a certain segment of the population that's just not going to vote for him. And like they're almost in an impossible situation, especially right now. Like they almost have to back Trump, a lot of them, especially like the more fringe ones. Not even really fringe, just, you know, like the Matt Gaetzes, the Marjorie Taylor Greens. Like they have to, they're part of that. Like that's their brand. But like the people in the middle, like they can't really, like, you know, they can't really go against Trump, but they can't really go all the way in for him. And those are the ones that we'll be able to pick off if Biden gets his head out of his ass and we actually pass some good legislation and stop bombing people. But, you know, that's another conversation for a different day.
I want to tell you the truth. It is great to be in Florida where you guys are normal, you're open, I don't have to wear a mask anymore. That's so much better than California.
Oh my, they're such, dude. It's a piece of cloth that could save lives. If you would maybe had a little bit of a better attitude and pulled yourself up by your bootstraps and quit bitching, maybe we wouldn't have 500,000 people dead. Like, oh, yeah, so much better in Florida because you guys don't have to wear masks, even though they do have to wear masks inside there. But, you know, whatever, I guess.
Did you guys like it when Kevin McCarthy said it was the right thing for Donald Trump to be at CPAC? I don't know what your response is to that.
Didn't Kevin McCarthy just condemn Trump like 2 weeks ago? Using the panel discussion. All right, let's see what else I got here.
In leaving CPAC, it would be do all you can to any member that we have any influence over to explain to them that it's unacceptable to have this unconstitutional power grab on elections, so that what we saw this election will be what you will see every single election. And we have to fight it. Now, in leaving...
By unconstitutional power grab, he means that the other guy just got more votes. That's what they mean. This is, hold on. Let's see what we got here.
Listen, we're going to continue to do exactly what we did in the last election. Listen.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
We're going to continue to do exactly what we did in the last election. Listen.
So, did he just admit to that, like, acts of terror? Is that because that's pretty much what they did in the last election? So, is he just coming out with it? All right, we'll move on here. Let's see what we got. Entirely trans. Okay, here we go. Let's get a little Kristi Noem in our life. This is my next door neighbor governor here. Mm-hmm.
The economy. Let me be clear. COVID didn't crush the economy. Government crushed the economy.
I'm pretty sure in her state, the COVID outbreak came from meatpacking plants. And the reason that they had giant outbreaks was because there was no regulation and the government didn't step in and everybody got sick. I'm pretty sure like most of their Almost all of their cases came from meatpacking plants at one time. It's not exactly like South Dakota is a very dense area. So no, it was Republican idiots in government who just want to let, you know, anybody with the big business do whatever they want that made your state have the issues it did. Is that what you said?
Let me be clear. COVID didn't crush the economy. Government crushed the economy.
What does that even mean? COVID didn't crush the economy? So all the hundreds of thousands of people dying and all the you know, shit that happened around that, and putting people to work and having them get sick, that didn't contribute to crushing the economy. You know, Sweden, they didn't do any regulation or any lockdowns, and they deeply regretted it afterwards. You remember at the beginning of the pandemic, all the conservatives were praising Sweden, who actually has a good healthcare system if people do get sick, but they were all praising Sweden, and then when Sweden was like, hey, we actually fucked up, we shouldn't have done that, that talking point kind of went away. Like, this lady is, she doesn't get like a lot of like talk, or like a lot of people don't talk about her because she's just up in South Dakota and nobody cares about South Dakota, but she's pretty awful.
Administrators, parents, and the students themselves were of one mind to make things work for our children. And the best way to do that was in the classroom.
Okay.
Now, in South Dakota, I provided all of the information that we had to our people, and then I trusted them to make the best decisions for themselves, for their families, and in turn, their communities. We never focused on the case numbers. Instead, we kept our eye on hospital capacity. Now, Dr. Fauci...
Well, maybe not focusing on the case numbers. Wasn't South Dakota like one of the worst states per capita for COVID cases? I'm pretty sure they're one of the worst.
He told me that on my worst day, I'd have 10,000 patients in the hospital.
Did you hear them booing? They're booing Dr. Fauci, like, boo, experts, boo, boo, we don't like experts, boo.
On our worst day, we had a little over 600. Now, I don't know if you agree with me, but Dr. Fauci is wrong a lot.
Oh yeah, and the lady from South Dakota just knows all. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that they're one of the worst per capita. Most COVID cases per capita by state. Okay. Yeah, they're number 2. They're cases in the United States as of February 26th by state per 100,000 people. Yeah, so they're literally the second worst. They've done a terrible job, and that's almost hard to do in a state like South Dakota, because obviously the more dense, you know, and the more crowded it is, the worse off you are, and well, seems like pretty much red state, red state, red state, red state, red state, red state, purple state, red state, blue state, but reddish. It's purple. Wisconsin's purple. Red state, red state, red state, red state, red state. Yeah. You guys notice a trend here? Or are we noticing a pattern with the COVID numbers? And then that's active. That's current numbers. She's like taking a victory lap up here. She couldn't have done a worse job almost. Okay, let's see. Nome closes by taking a page out of Reagan's playbook. Oh, this ought to be good.
We are working.
Yeah, 800 people live there. Only 600 were hospitalized. Exactly, yeah. 17 people live there. And
together
she's
to create
like
new opportunities
happy.
and a better future for our kids. We took the American path. Let me close with this. As conservatives, we often forget that stories are much more powerful than facts and statistics. Our stories need to be told.
Wait, what?
It is the future for our kids. We took the American path. Let me close with this. As conservatives, we often forget that stories are much more powerful than facts and statistics. Our stories need to be...
So I mean, I'm just a lowly Minnesotan streamer, but I'm pretty sure what she just said is feelings are much more important than facts. Isn't that what she just said, or am I wrong? I'm pretty sure that's what she just said. Stories are much more important than facts and statistics. That should just be the slogan of CPAC. That is the conservative slogan for 2021. I might get a shirt that says that and send it to Christy Nome. That's pretty much, yeah. That's the propaganda playbook. That's what Steven Crowder did with praising for 4 days that he had irrefutable proof of voter fraud. He didn't actually have to have proof. He just had to have a good story. So she's not wrong, I guess.
To be told. It is the only way that we will inspire and motivate the American people to preserve this great country. We must go into this fight for freedom with our eyes wide open.
But they aren't the worst Dakota. True, they were not the worst Dakota.
Educated to the tactics the liberals will use, yet totally pure in our motives. This is...
I don't think they're possibly able to be pure in anything, but those damn liberal tactics of facts and science. I hate those damn tactics.
Isn't about us. It's about our children and their future. It's about the nation that we're going to pass on to them. It's about telling their stories over and over that remind us why...
And it doesn't matter if they're true or not. Just have to tell those stories. Like, she literally did the facts. She literally did feelings over facts. Like, I can't even believe, like, she actually said that out loud. like she said the quiet part out loud, right? Like, she just said it in a little bit fancier way.
America needs conservatives, now more than ever. So thank you for all the...
I'm going to have to disagree with you on that. We do not need conservatives. At least not your brand of conservative. Be conservative. Like, can we just get, like, I don't even know what kind of conservative I would be okay with. I just know it's not this kind.
You do. America is blessed to have you on her side. God bless each and every one of you, and may God bless the United States of America.
She is in shape. She got some guns. She's swole. I guess she got that going for her. But remember, folks, I got to hear it again.
Let me close with this. As conservatives, we often forget that stories are much more powerful than facts and statistics. Our stories need to be told.
I mean, that's the stream right there. That just sums the whole thing up. That is it. Oh man, that's hilarious. Never in a million years would I thought she would just actually just come right out and say it. Oh man. Should we check out a little more Oh, by the way, like this is some dumb shit. I was gonna make a TikTok about this earlier, just real quick. Like, this is stupid. Trying to say that the stage, like, this is like some blue anon. Like, this is some left-wing conspiracy shit, saying that the stage looks like this insignia from the Russians or like the Nazis. Like, this is just dumb. It's just a stage. Like, don't read too much into it. Don't be like the right. Just don't do it. It sounded even crazier the second time. True. Yeah. How many people attended this conference? Probably thousands. Shit. Yeah, not those kinds of conservatives. I mean, I don't, like, you know, I would, like, man, I used to, like, hate libertarian discourse. Like, just the way they, like, talked about the world and, like, just their view of the world. But I'm starting to come around on libertarians just because, like, Trumpers are just, it's just god-awful. Like, we're not in reality at this point. And it's not like the regular Joe. Like, we're talking like the biggest names in media are just absolutely out to lunch. Insane people. Oh, I wanted to check this out. Look at, dude. Tell me this guy ain't tweaking. This guy's tweaking, right? This guy's 100% tweaked out. Oh, I got 2 downvotes now. The fuck, bruh? Joke's on you. Downvotes count just as much as upvotes. Ha. It's so blue anon. Like, I can't stand that that's a thing going around. Okay, before we move on here, make sure you guys like the stream. Really appreciate it. Make sure you join the Discord too. If you have a subscription on Twitch, or if you're part of my Patreon, I have there's a special room where it's like just us peeps. I don't know, what do you call it? Like you get access to that. But also the Discord's cool. I put a lot of like good info in there. And all kinds of stuff. You can share your Q stories, news of the day, stuff like that. But yeah, follow me on Twitter too. I post a lot on Twitter. But yeah, let's see what Roger Stone's got going on here. He's definitely tweaked out.
Roger, are you being investigated by the FBI? Are you being investigated, Roger, for January 6th?
Any honest investigation would prove that there is no evidence whatsoever that I...
Dude, that guy is fucking wasted.
Or knew about the stupid, senseless, counterproductive, illegal assault at the Capitol. The folks who did invade the Capitol should be prosecuted.
Roger, any concerns about your ties to the Proud Boys, Oath Keepers?
Thank you.
There's been a lot of reporting on that.
Guilt by association and innuendo.
So he's tweaking like yeah. What is this like? Guilt by association and I'm Roger Stone.
No, disgusting. No real journalist would ever ask that question.
Do you condemn those groups?
Fucking guy.
And so you saw there, Stone got a bit of a hero's welcome after that. A lot of people came up to him asking for photographs. Nearby, by the way, we're not sure if...
Cam Higbee unironically said that Roger Stone was his hero. Like, what a guy to have as your hero.
They actually came together, but nearby was the leader of the Proud Boys, who also got a
DP, look at the mask video at CPAC.
That, of course, the violent hate group, which Trump told to stand back.
Are you talking about the one where they asked them to put on their mask?
Gathering in Orlando this weekend.
Oh, definitely grinding the teeth. That was peak tweaker behavior.
And this is not old news, Juliet. It's safe to say law enforcement was not prepared for the January 6th attack on the Capitol. And now listen to what the acting U.S. Capitol Police Chief told a congressional hearing just the other day.
Members of the militia groups that were present on January 6th have stated their desires that they want to blow up the Capitol and kill as many members as possible. With a direct nexus to the State of the Union.
We don't know when that first joint address to Congress will be made by.
Again, like, violence is not the bug; it is the feature. That's why these people are like, oh, I don't know if anything's gonna it's definitely, we're at the point where it's expect the worst, hope for the best, because violence is the whole name of the game. It's not the bug; it's definitely the feature. With the Q crew at this point. And now they're desperate at this point, and they've been further radicalized by people like, the what do you call them? The Oath Keepers, people like that, Proud Boys.
By President Biden, Julia, but are you confident law enforcement is prepared now?
Yes, the second time's a charm, often in law enforcement. So I think they're prepared for March 4th. But there's 2 other additional concerns. The first is we have a tendency to look at CPAC, or one might, as a sort of freak show, oddity, maybe even a frat party with, female speakers dancing around. It ultimately is a radicalizing event. And if we don't see it as that it's, people are being approved and applauded for their anti-democratic views by having senators, by having leaders of the House, governors address them, then we will not see the violence that's being bred there. And that's all before Donald Trump arrives tomorrow. The second, and I just have to say this every time I'm on, at the fundamental root of all of this is racism. And if we don't constantly
True.
view this as ultimately a racist movement, and that African Americans and others voted in Georgia, in Pennsylvania, in North Carolina, whatever state, then we will not see at the core of what is going on at CPAC is to undermine the vote.
Idol worship much? Can any Christian Trump supporter spin this one for me? And the worst part is while they were rolling this thing in, everybody was loving it. They were like, ooh, the master has a golden statue. Praise him. Praise be to he.
Of minority communities. And it's just necessary that we don't just view them as sort of freaks, but that ultimately that there is a racist underpinning to what they're doing.
And Juliet, we saw in Donnie's report that,
Anyway, yeah, that's just more of the same. Bam. So yeah, anyway, I don't know what y'all thought of all that. Oh, no one. Okay. I knew there was something wrong. I didn't have the multi-stream on. I only had the Twitch chat. I was wondering why there wasn't more popping up on there. Good documentary on Netflix about this character, Awful Human. I just started watching this show on Netflix called Warrior Nun. It seems pretty based. I've watched like 3 episodes so far. Yeah, no, it's already been streaming for almost 2 hours. Like I thought it'd been like 45 minutes. I like looked down and like, oh shit, it's almost 9 o'clock already. What's with the wand? How about Biden? Wow. Biden, he's fucking up. Tomorrow, like, I'm gonna stream tomorrow. Tomorrow we gotta talk about Biden and some of the shit he's doing, man. Cause I'm not liking it. And if Biden doesn't start shaping up, as crazy as the right is and the shit they're doing, they're going to win the 2022 midterms if we don't shape up. If we keep not getting shit passed and bombing countries and doing this and doing that, like, we are going to have some serious issues. And that is what we need to avoid at all cost. Because, I mean, fuck, could you give them any more ammo at this point? Like, these people are like, who's coming up with the strategy in the White House right now? Roger Stone documentary. Yeah, I think I've seen some of that. It's called like Get Me Roger Stone. Who's gonna end up with the statue after CPAC is over? Apparently, it's for sale for like $100K. The guy, and it was made in Mexico too. That's the funny part. So the guy got it made in Mexico, brought it up here, and now he's selling it for $100 grand. And I guarantee that bitch will sell. Like, somebody's buying that. Democrats better get their shit together. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you can't give the right these easy talking points like, even though they wouldn't do anything. Like, we all know if Trump was still in office, he wouldn't be getting anything done. But we need to pass, we need to get the stimulus passed. We need to do the minimum wage. This whole, like, Democrats love when they're out of office to act like the right can just do everything. Like, they act like, oh, President Trump can do all this, that, and the other by executive order. But then when they get in office, it's like, oh, well, like, they have like this view of politics as like, there's no negotiation. Like, it just is what it is. Like, oh, Joe Manchin feels this way about an issue. I guess that's just how it is. There's not like no using the bully pulpit or, negotiating on some, give and take here and there. Like, they're so matter of fact. Oh, Kristen Sinema feels this way. I guess that's just how the whole country has to live with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they don't push their members at all. I watched your day one breakdown of CPAC. It was awesome. Good job. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I tried. And, honestly, there wasn't too much today that was like, very memorable. Like, tomorrow is going to be pretty interesting. So we'll definitely have to, you know, cover Trump stuff and shit tomorrow. But I want to talk about Biden a little more tomorrow, just because I know I have several critiques, but I wanted to get that Crowder thing out of the way because, man, I've been seeing a lot of people pushing that bullshit narrative, and it's just complete horse shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Russell Crowe, Naomi Watts. What? What will the new excuse be when the 5th of March comes and Biden is still in charge? They'll come up with something. I mean, who knows? Just pick like 6 random words and just, you know, see where it takes you, and it'll be something like that. There's no rhyme or reason to it anymore. You know, like when you're at the point where you're bringing in clones and Hollywood sets, like the sky's the limit. You know what I mean? Like there's no, they basically have like a MacGuffin to, you know, they can just create anything at this point. Disappointed in Biden so far, yeah. You know what I don't like, though, is I don't like the people on the right being like, you guys got played, you have buyer's remorse. It's like, no, I don't. Like, I'm always gonna critique Biden when I don't like what he does because I don't simp for politicians, but that doesn't mean I'd rather have Trump or I feel like I got played. Like, the slogan was settle for Biden for a reason, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't under any impression that Biden was going to be the next FDR or anything. I just knew he was better than Trump, which he is. And, you know, I missed the Crowder thing. Well, it'll be up after when I get done here. And then I'm definitely, when I get done here, I'm going to edit that part out and then I'll upload it tomorrow. If you just want to watch that part. And I'll put some sources down in the description so you have like the voter info. Let's just say Harris will be replacing brain dead Biden's position soon. I don't think so. I don't think Kamala Harris could win. I don't think she doesn't. Like, she kind of comes off kind of smug. See, the thing about Biden is you really can't hate him. Like, he's not like an ideologue, and he's not like a smug politician. You know what I mean? Like, he has like that kind of carefree Scranton Joe thing going on, even though he's clearly an elite, but he doesn't have that like Obama arrogance to him. Like, he's hard to hate. You know, unless you're like a QAnon person and you think he's like a lizard, you know, then I guess he's easy to hate, but you know, that's another thing. Doge, what up? Yeah, you know, it's been a crazy week, but I'm back now, and we're going to be streaming all week long. All day, every day. Or at least tomorrow, and the next day, and or something, whatever. I said something about her being smug, and my friend thought I was being sexist. No, that's not being sexist. It's just true. She has like an arrogance to her. There's a reason why she lost in the primary. She's just not. She doesn't have like a solid platform. She's kind of like a chameleon with her policy, and she just doesn't like. She doesn't have that like, you know, it's kind of cliche, but like that somebody you want to get a beer with kind of vibe. Like, she has kind of an elitist kind of feel to her. Like, she's very good in like certain respects, but you know, she's just not. She's not presidential material. I don't think she could win an election on her own if she had to stand on her own. If she was at the front of the ticket, you know, a lot of people had her as the front runner. You know, when everything started, and you know, she basically flamed out and didn't even get to her own state. The reason she dropped out is because she didn't want to lose her own state by 20 points. To LL Shannon. Yeah, if only Bernie had won. Man, it's been about a year since the Nevada primary, man. I remember I was out in Nevada working for Bernie during the Nevada primary when he like just crushed it. That was like peak times. Next, tell us about your Bernie sweater or something. But I distracted you, but then you're holding play. Oh. Fuck, I don't even remember the story now. Shit. I'll have to go back and look at that stream. Sounds like an interesting story. Harris just talked about Trump the whole time during her debates. It was annoying. Well, I don't know, man. It's just something about her. She's just not like, yeah, I don't know. She's like rough around the edges as far as like likability, I think. And it's not because she's a woman or anything like that. You know, like Elizabeth Warren, she has like a more like a down home kind of, you know, like a more like a populist feel to her. And like Kamala tries to do that, but it just doesn't, she just comes off like elitist. Harris is taking over for Biden on the 4th. Hey, you know, anything's possible. Personally, I think it's going to be Joe Rogan. He's going to pull off his lizard suit, and he's going to take over the country. He's just going to host his podcast, and that's how we're going to get our policy marching orders. And oh no, you're good, Doge. That's probably like. Yeah, I was having like a couple issues with the stream a little bit back or whatever, way back when 10 days ago. Was it that long? I thought it only been like a week. Man, has it been 10 days? Shit. Time flies. How come all the tech giants allowed misinformation on Russia collusion, but not on 2020 election fraud? Hillary claimed fraud. Hillary didn't claim fraud. What are you talking about? Hillary conceded the next day, my guy. Jeep man. What's her face? Green Party lady wanted a recount, but they just ended up not doing it. And the Russia collusion stuff, a lot of it was proven true. They got like 8 indictments. 6 people went to jail. Or they got 36 indictments and 8 people went to jail. Now, the Trump being a Russian asset shit, that was stupid. And there were some people that pushed that. But that wasn't, you know, like Rachel Maddow and shit. And people did call her out for that. Basically, every media source that I watch called out the Russia collusion shit. The Hill, Kyle Kulinski, Jimmy Dore, Sam Cedar, David Pakman. You know, a lot of people called out the Russian collusion stuff. And it was only like 18 months. And there's much more proof for the, you know, parts of the Russian collusion narrative. They like did actually try to collude with Russia. They just didn't succeed. They had a meeting. Don Jr. wanted to get the goods, but they just couldn't come to a deal and they bailed. You know, so I mean, it's like, it's attempted collusion, which is still collusion. And don't forget the Trump, you know, Russia, if you're listening, make sure you find Hillary's emails. Like, just because he said it out loud doesn't mean it's not. Well, yeah, like the P-tape and stuff, you know, that was never proven true. But that's an aspect of it. And that was talked about for like a few months. And most people that brought that up were ridiculously mocked. It was mostly like a late night joke thing. It was a fun Twitter meme. Jill Stein, yeah, that's who I was thinking of. Hillary's on tape saying Russia colluded with Trump. They did try to collude with Trump. The whole WikiLeaks thing, and you know they what's the fucking God? It's like 3 years old at this point. that the fucking the pageant guys, the people that hosted the pageant. Like, there's literally emails of them trying to collude and set up a meeting and everything. Like, they did collude, it just didn't work out. Jill Stein was actually the first one to think of the canceling student debt thing. She had a few, like, okay ideas. They weren't very well thought out. Like, Bernie actually, when he talked about canceling student debt, he actually had a plan for it. But, you know, it's whatever. Democrats are dirty, godless bastarda. I mean, yeah, you know, I'm not dirty, but I'm pretty godless, so I'll give you that. Yeah, who the fuck likes Hillary Clinton? Not nobody on this stream. All my homies hate Hillary Clinton. But all right, well, what's going to happen on the 4th? Nothing. We're gonna laugh our asses off. I'm gonna stream, and you guys are gonna come hang out, and we're gonna scroll through QAnon Facebook groups and laugh at the people who are like, "What's happening? Why isn't anything happening? Why isn't the storm here? Why is mass murder not going on? I want mass murder. Please, somebody mass murder the Democrats." I'm gonna get banned for fucking saying this, ironically. Yeah. Alright, guys, but yeah, I got a little bit of paperwork to do, plus I'm gonna upload the video, put some sources in it. So yeah, anybody, but if you guys could like the stream on the way out, I'd really appreciate it. If you want to support the stream, you can subscribe on Twitch. Remember, probably do like 2 or 3 more streams on both platforms, but then I'm gonna move over to Twitch permanently, so keep that in mind. So you can subscribe to me on Twitch if you want, or you can just follow me over there. Really appreciate it. If you want to support the stream, you can sign up to my Patreon, or you can just donate, and make sure you join the Discord. You can follow me on Twitter and TikTok for daily content. Everything's down in the description, or if you're on Twitch, it's on the panels down there. And yeah, thanks for hanging out, y'all. I really appreciate it. Good to see you guys. I know pins and needles waiting for the end. Brilliant stream. Yeah, no, I thought it was good. We basically debunked the biggest political YouTuber, so I feel like that was a win. So yeah, anyway, yeah, thanks a lot, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Central. Do not be late. Or, you know, do whatever you want to do. You know, free will and all that. All right, peace out, guys.